Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us in today's edition of Viewpoint. We are going to talk issues related to our society. We have a guest with us in the studio. He is an emotional intelligence practitioner. The concept sounds so high. We are talking of Mr. Tasha Abdul. He will be talking to us about this concept, emotional intelligence, what is it all about, and how it helps man to develop. But before we reach there, let us look at this issue in our society, where normally what we observe is that most enterprises we have in our society, when the founder goes away, that's when he dies, most of these companies collapse. What is the reason behind this phenomenon that we have, not only in our country, but in most societies that we have? Let's welcome our guest. Good evening, Mr. Tasha, and thank you for being there.
Good evening, Vinicius. I'm happy to be here. I'm glad to be with you today.
It is our pleasure having you with us for perhaps the first time.
Definitely. This is the first time for me to be here, and I find it very, very commode, very cordial to be here. And
we hope that we will be having you subsequently.
Definitely.
It is our pleasure. Let us look at, we are talking about this issue of enterprises that we have in our society that were founded, most of them family enterprises. When the founder, the founding president or the founder himself, when he dies, most of these companies collapsed. We have many of them in Cameroon, like in other countries. What is the reason that justify this kind of phenomenon that we have in our society?
You rightly say most of these companies collapse right after the founder. And I would like us to underline the word founder. To be a founder, there are some qualities, there are some abilities that you have to possess. And one of the qualities of the founders, in my opinion, is a definite purpose.
Yes.
Before creating a company, he had a definite purpose. And he blamed his passion for that purpose and his ability to carry out that mission. Once that is blended, he can come out with a result. That is what we see today as a company, as a successful company. Now, there are two ways. It is very, very imperative to transfer this purpose, this definite purpose, to the next generation. It is possible to transfer his ability and his passion for this company to the next generation. But it's not always followed. It's not always likely, because it is a very difficult thing to transfer your passion for something to somebody else. It might be easy theoretically to
practically
tell somebody that this thing is good, to show the person that it is yielding something very important. But that person needs, the new person needs to have that passion as well, as equal as you, to be able to maintain that kind of company. And in a way, it is very important for him to have equally the ability to manage the company the way you were doing it. And the transfer is, to me, usually where the problem is.
Okay, Mr. Tasha, when I was discussing with somebody on this very issue, and he is like, I was asking the person, most companies, most businesses, there's always this slogan we say that you don't involve a family into your business, because once they take it that it is a family thing, you don't care, and that is where collapse always come in. That is why most founders would prefer not to involve the family, the children, the wife into the management of the company. Is that not another pointer to why most of them collapse? Because the children, they don't understand the workings of this company. Perhaps the passion, like you are saying.
You're right in a way that it is not a result of